Hey guys, it's Joe here again at the Leeds Music Academy, and I've got another video here for all of you who are going through some sort of entrepreneurial journey, that being you have a freelancing career or you're effectively running a business. Today's tip is on staying focused year after year. So of course, running a business is not some short-term endeavor, right? You have to keep going, you have to keep pushing. There's a lot to be done, there's always a lot of things to think about. But one of the things that you have to be very careful about is of the trap that it is the short-term task by task mindset. Okay, so that is when you have every day a little to-do list, but you only focus on that. So you become a little bit of a day-to-day kind of person instead of running the big picture business that you envisioned when you started. Now, my tip in order to fix that is that you establish yearly goals, so fairly long-term goals. Maybe even I should call them medium-term, but let's think 12 months ahead. What you need is a yearly mission. Not just a goal, not just a specific goal, which you do need, and I've talked about that in the past, but a mission. So for example, when I launched the Leeds Drum Academy, which was my first company here in the UK, my mission was brand awareness. That's all I was focused on. I was focused on making that business, that company, known. So what did I do? For 12 months I hosted and ran multiple workshops, drum clinics with the world's best drummers. We did clinics with Thomas Lang, Aaron Spears, Pete Lockett, JP Bouvet, Klaus Hessler. That was the first 12 months. 12 months later, I pulled the plug on the clinics because I changed my mission. I had achieved what I wanted to achieve, which was to put this place on the map. The second year was all about me as the person running that business, as a solopreneur at the time. I wanted to make myself an authority in the local market as the drum educator, right? So I started to host a lot of workshops, a lot of clinics. I started to put out a lot of content. That's when I started to vlog. So at the time, that was my focus. For 12 months, I focused on making myself known as a person, an educator, a teacher, a business person, a drummer, a musician, a father. The idea was to really make myself somewhat trustworthy. The third year was about expansion. That's when I opened the Leeds Music Academy. So we diversified. For the first 2 years I was very narrow-laned, then I decided to open up. The fourth year, which is the year that I'm in now, is all about diversifying even further, to be honest, and solidifying what we already do well. So this year was the year I launched a prototype of what's going to be second and third branches, and I also launched a new academy, the Leeds Yoga Academy. My fifth year will have a different mission again. That doesn't mean that I'm not focused and I'm not going to be feeding the previous missions, but most likely what's going to happen is, as I progress, and that's my tip for you guys as well, as you move on to the next mission, the previous mission that now needs, if successful that is, just needs maintenance, delegate. So if your mission this year is to launch a business and acquire 50 students or customers or whatever you're doing, then make that your mission, and then the next 50 students, delegate that and move on to something else, bigger, better. Don't get stuck in the hamster's wheel of just adding more students, more students, more students. Eventually you are going to plateau, and then that's the end of the mission. So that's today's practice tip for you guys. Come up with an yearly mission for your businesses. Focus on that. Make sure that your entire ethos becomes about that. Your values, your principles are just about that. Your practices, every day you will do something towards that if that's your trajectory. Not just a goal, but an entire culture becomes about that yearly mission. Good luck. Take care.